Okay, so today we're going to cover SD-K-3, presentations and events. Mouse to work here. There we go. Plan, organize, and conduct diversity presentation and events. Presentation skills. So most companies have a presentation skills class, and they're usually pretty worthwhile. But here's the ISM's take on it. When presenting, supply management professionals must consider the communication objective. Are you going to try to educate, inform, persuade? What? Recognize the factors affecting the environment in which the communication is to take place. Recognize the importance of selecting the appropriate medium and develop the proposal for the ultimate decision maker who may not actually be present at the meeting. So presentation advantages: gather all participants together in a decision-making process and provide an opportunity to ensure uniform understanding, reach group consensus, obtain a group reaction to a situation, identify or solve a problem, obtain group approval or acceptance, resolve conflicts, assign responsibility, and educate, inform, or update. This is why we have presentations. Event planning. So events are planned for diverse suppliers in order to communicate information to them. Internal conferences. So purchasing may be involved in planning events for the organization's diverse suppliers. The primary purpose of these events is to communicate information to the diverse suppliers. Provide diverse suppliers with an overview of business conditions, review performance expectations, maybe some guest speakers. Supplier can gain information about things like business conduct, learn about important subjects, and network with other diverse suppliers and be motivated to maintain and improve performance. External conferences. Sometimes it is valuable to have senior management from first and second tier suppliers meet in one place and communicate around a specific agenda. These events are typically hosted by various senior members of the buying organization, provide general information. There may also be a guest speaker who can provide training on a specific subject. And the events may include breakout sessions for problem solving, process refining, or further training. Influence analysis. So understanding your audience and their expectations, hot buttons, etc. Purchasing should analyze the stakeholders before any communication to ensure that messaging aligns with intended outcomes. The communication strategy will vary depending on if the speaker is seeking awareness or understanding, commitment, or ownership. So we covered communication strategies in K-2. Now we have these ISM's 7 steps to effective presentations. Effective presentations, the 7-step process. Step 1, define the objective. What is the focus? What does the presenter want the audience to know before or do as a result of the presentation? Is it audience-centered or presenter-centered? I think they're almost always audience-centered, but okay. Analyze the audience. Know their general understanding level, know the disposition of the audience's attitude towards presenter or subject matter, etc. Put yourself in the audience's position. Third step, plan the presentation tactics. Decide if one presentation or several are needed. Decide on length and timing. Determine who should attend. And plan how to overcome identifiable obstacles from the audience. Organize the presentation is step 4. Opening should be strong and convey basic information. Include presenter identification and background. Scope the presentation, criteria on which the issue will be cited, and what is expected of the audience. Main theme is the basic information the presenter wants to get across to the audience. An ending should summarize the presentation and highlight any action items or objectives or desired outcomes. So you got an opening, a main theme, a middle, and an ending in organizing your presentation. Then you got to prepare the script. Write down what you want to say. Remember President Eisenhower saying about planning and preparing for battle. I've always found that plans are useless, but planning is indispensable. So President Eisenhower was also the supreme commander of the Allied invasion of Normandy in World War II. If unfamiliar terms are necessary, define them along the way. Avoid unnecessary jargon. Do not use acronyms. They are a short form of jargon. Or if you do use an acronym, put the acronym in parentheses and spell out what it means. Consider the details. Too little detail will confuse, too much will be tedious. Get to the point quickly, otherwise you lose your audience. Do not emphasize differences between you and your audience. Instead, emphasize similarities where appropriate. And keep visual aids such as PowerPoint presentations, printout, and flip charts simple. They don't want to look at 30 different PowerPoint presentation slides, all right? You keep them to a minimum number. You put people to sleep. Use detail and visual aids sparingly. The speaker provides the details. Maintain unity. Make 1 point per visual aid. So 1 point per slide. Keep all visuals in PowerPoint presentation consistent in design. Use the same backgrounds. And make visuals readable by using bold, large type, not a fancy script-based font. That just is annoying. Integrate audio and visuals. Let each channel do some of the work. Step 6, consider the physical factors that affect the audience in a particular room: seating arrangements, temperature, background noise, sunlight, etc. Temperature, size and shape, air circulation, lighting, seating arrangements, acoustics. Can everybody in the back hear? And then finally, deliver the presentation. So be yourself. You don't need to be perfect. Engage the audience by using eye contact. Look up from your script every once in a while. Be energetic. And be aware of distraction, repetitive body movement, playing with objects like pointers, laser pointers too. Be aware of distraction, or pay attention to nonverbal cues from the audience. Monitor the audience's reaction to gauge interest, concentrate on areas of interest, and when things go wrong, keep going. When you get all tangled up, tangle on. All right. When developing and delivering an effective presentation, a 7-step process is involved. Step 1 includes defining the objectives. Which one of the answers below would not be a part of step 1? What is the focus of the presentation? Well, that's certainly defining the objective. The audience's background, maybe, maybe not. What does the presenter wish the audience to know? That's defining the objective. Is the audience the center of the presentation? So the choices are probably between B and D. I would probably pick B, but could be D. B it is. So the audience's background is actually part of step 2, analyze the audience. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Delivering presentations offers the advantage of gathering all participants together in a decision-making process and providing an opportunity to do all of the following, except which one doesn't belong with the others. Help reach a group consensus. No, that's part of presentation. Obtain group approval or acceptance of a program or idea. No, that's part of it. Knowing if everyone at the presentation had a clear understanding of the discussion. I don't know about that. And ensuring uniform understanding. So I'm thinking it's got to be C. C it is. Okay, summary for K3. Today's professionals have limited time to devote their attention to various issues. Thus, supply management professionals must present information in a format that is quick to review, but which leaves an impact on the audience. When presenting proposals to suppliers for professionals to be effective, it is imperative to anticipate difficulties and adapt their presentation to the current environment. When preparing to communicate to various levels within internal and external organizations, understanding their audience and their expectation, drivers, hot buttons is key. The supplier diversity professional should analyze the stakeholders before any communication to ensure that the messaging aligns with intended outcomes. And that is K3. Now you guys got to go and look at some questions. So exam questions, I'm going to go down and find K3. And there, oh, we got 9 of them, 10. So do all 10. Question a minute. And the answers are going to be in the answer file. Go find K3. Answers to practice questions. All right, that's all I've got for you today.